Hey, I'm Robert with RV Weekends, and I'm headed to the Florida Keys on a little bitty scooter. There's one just like this in Key West.
Hi, Tricky Brandy here. You're watching RV Weekends. Cheers!
Well, hello everybody, and thank you for coming back to part 2 of my road trip to Key West down A1A. And we pick up where we left off, where I'm transitioning from Miami to the Florida Keys. But first, I have to go through bumper-to-bumper traffic, so you don't need to see any of that. But anyway, let's jump to the map and show you where I'm at. Going from Miami through South Miami interior all the way to the Everglades National Park to cut through the mangrove swamps.
All right, I finally got to where I'm free of Miami and all the city. Now it's just a straight shot through the swamps of the Everglades to get to Key Largo in the Florida Keys. And this blue wall is something that we rejoice as a family when we get here. I remember before it was here because I've been coming here since I was a baby. Yeah, 20 miles to Key Largo, 122 to Key West. Let's go! Alright, I decided to pull over at a park. I'm in Key Largo. Yay. So I figured I'd have a little lunch before I proceed. Oh, my ears are a little sore from wearing the helmet. So my butt too. So I'm here at Rowell's Waterfront Park, sitting at a park bench. And there's what got me here. So have a little snack.
All right, let's take a quick peek around this park. It's a nice park. I've never been here because I've never had to stop like in this area. I've always stopped at a dive shop or something like that. But I'm not doing any diving. I'm just riding on a scooter and wanted to take a break and found this nice park.
That's the main reason I stopped, because the bathrooms are open. If I need to use them, I have the restroom.
All right, before I get back on the road, let me show you on the map what's been going on. First, I left Mims, Florida, and headed all the way down the East Coast to Miami and cut through the swamps of the Everglades to get to Key Largo. And that's where I'm at now. I stopped here in Key Largo before heading through the Florida Keys and Marathon to end up in Key West. But before that, I made a stop in Isla Mirada. All right, I got back on the road after my lunch and found this wonderful photo opportunity next to the largest lobster in the world. Just kidding, it's just a prop. It's nice and photogenic, so here I am. All right, let's get back on the road. We got to get to Key West. But look what's up ahead. Storm clouds. Ooh, look at the lightning. Oh, wow, it's going to be crazy. Like I said, lots of rain on this journey. Look how cool the water looks. The white clouds are reflecting on the water. It looks really cool with the dark clouds in the background. All right, here we are at the famous Robbie's. This is a souvenir shop, tourist attraction where you can feed the tarpon fish on the boat pier. Very fun. And as I travel, I hit rainstorm and then no rain and get dried off, and then hit another rainstorm and then no rain, and get dried off. It's a cycle of this whole trip. All right, up next is the longest key in the Florida Keys. Can you guess what the name is? It's Marathon. How appropriate, Marathon, the longest key. And then up next is the longest bridge in the Florida Keys, and it's called 7 Mile Bridge, and it's very historic because you can still see the old bridge after the new bridge was put up, and you're driving on the new bridge. Look, there's the old bridge. It's over 100 years old. And by the way, check out my video of me riding my bicycle across the 7 Mile Bridge. And after you get off the 7 Mile Bridge, to your right is the Sunshine Key Campground. They changed the name to the Key West Adventure Park. It was wiped out by the hurricane, and they rebuilt it. Now we're coming up on my favorite place to be. That's Bahia Honda State Park. We'll come back and visit there tomorrow. But right now, we're on a quest to get to Key West. I rhymed it. Let's go. Keep it going to Key West. And look, to our left, it's the old Bahia Honda Railroad Bridge. Turned into a highway. It's on our left now. All right, let's take another look at the map. You can see after the 7 Mile Bridge is Bahia Honda Key, and then there's the gap where the bridge is, and then we go through Big Pine Key, and next up is a bunch of islands, Summerland Key, Saddle Brunch Keys, and then Key West. We're almost there, about 30 miles to go. And we made it to Key West. This is the entrance. You can go left or right to go check out the whole island. This time I'm going to go left.
All right, I made it to Key West. Here I am. Key West. And the sun came out. I drove through lots of rain. My bottom's a little bit wet, but everything else is dry from driving in the sun. So I'm going to go to the southernmost point, take a picture, ride through Key West, and then head to my hotel. I got a hotel about an hour back from the direction I came because the prices are really expensive here in Key West. I don't think there was anything under $300 a night that wasn't nasty or questionable. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me go to the southernmost point right now.
And here's where I arrived at Key West. And like I said, you can take a right or a left. And I turned left and went this direction around in front of the Key West International Airport. All right, looking at the map of Key West, this is the southernmost point right here, but you can't get to it because it's a military base. So they moved the buoy right here. And this is where we're heading, the southernmost point of the continental USA.
I got something for your mind, your body, and your soul.
And as you might imagine, everything around here is titled the southernmost, whatever it is. Southernmost bar, southernmost hotel, whatever. It's a tourist attraction here. And here we are at the southernmost point of the continental USA buoy. Check it out. You can see the line for people to line up and get a photo by themselves next to that buoy. I just pulled up with my little scooter, and look, I got a pretty good shot. You know I'm there, right? And remember in episode 1 where we took a picture right next to the buoy in Satellite Beach? Like I said, it's almost identical. Check it out. 380 miles later, we made it.
There we are, southernmost point. There's the line. You get a solitary picture. Nah, I'm not waiting.
Like I said at the beginning of part 1, I always wanted to do this. Take a ride from buoy to buoy, and I did it. And now I'm taking another view from the other direction to the southernmost point. Oh yeah, it's a tourist attraction. All right, now we're gonna head to another tourist destination. It's Duval Street, a very popular street with bars and pubs and clubs, all kinds of restaurants and other things here. Down Duval Street. Here we go.
La loma no anda el burro.
As you can see, small electric carts and scooters are the way to go here in Key West for easy parking. And of course, a convertible is always great too. Bicycles are also good, but it can get a little hot in the summertime. And check out these cruising vehicles. And there's even art museums and souvenir shops, including Cuban cigars. Oh yeah, everybody having a good time here in Key West. And here's the wonderful, famous Sloppy Joe's. Yes. Sloppy Joe's has a camera right there that you can watch 24/7 on the internet. It's getting close to sunset. Look at that beautiful sky. Let's head over to Mallory Square and see what we can see. Here is the southernmost point buoy that we left to go up Duval Street, heading northwest, and we get to the end. That's where Mallory Square is, behind a couple of buildings, but right next to the Key West Aquarium, right here. And there's lots of street performers and refreshments available. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, look at the brick road here. We're getting close to Mallory Square, and they got cool restaurants here, really close. And then you got this big old tower. It's a treasure museum with this big tower that you can climb to the top. And there's a bell up there. You can ring it when you get to the top. All right, let's keep it going. And there's always wild chickens running around in Key West. It's a tradition. All right, Mallory Square is up here on the left. Here we go. There's Mallory Square where all the people watch the sunset. And there's Sunset Island right there. I would have loved to get off my scooter and watch the sunset, but I have to get back to the hotel where I'm going before a certain time, or I won't be able to get in. So I got at least an hour ride back. So I have to get going, but look at it. This is where we always hang out and watch the sunset. Look at the sailboats. Very beautiful. And the street vendors out there performing. All right, time to head back. And on my way out, I wanted to stop at a couple of landmarks, and here's one. The end of Highway US 1. Well, it's also the beginning. Mile marker 0, a famous landmark in Key West. And when you see 0 mile marker, you think Key West. And here it is. There's even a store right here. Well, after those photographs, I'm continuing back north on US 1 to get to my hotel. And I couldn't help but notice the sunset in my rear view mirror. So I pulled off the road to get some shots. Spectacular. how calm the water is with all the storms around. Spectacular. So beautiful. Well, as I drove back to the place to stay for the night, I hit so much rain. It was even raining when I got there. So it was a dark and stormy night. So I stayed at the place and woke up the next morning ready to hit the road again. All right, it's the first day of September 2024, and I'm leaving my motel. That's right. That was a whole nother situation. And Key West, the prices were so high, I thought, let me find a place somewhere else. So I did. And the price was still high, but not crazy. So I booked it, and it was an hour drive back. And I'm thinking this was a big hotel, you know, the price was pretty high. A couple $100, I think. But nope, it was this little motel, which, I mean, they did the best they could, but I wouldn't do it again. It wasn't bad. There was no bugs or any smell or anything like that. Just the amenities weren't there for me. I would have rather stayed in Key West. I should have stayed in Key West. That would have been the right thing to do. I could have stayed and party and then wake up there. It would have been great. But it didn't happen. And I ended up running back here and through a couple of rainstorms, so it was not fun. But anyway, I'm going to go to Bahia Honda State Park right now. So I'm going to go head there now. And on my way out, I came across this cool marina. So let me show you a little video from this small little marina for the locals. Hopefully we'll get some sunshine, get some great views on the way back to Bahia Honda. It's truly beautiful being here. When the rain and clouds are covered, the sun, it's not as great, but it's just amazing. And now I'm pulling off at the historic 7 Mile Bridge. This section of the bridge has been under refurbishment for so many years. I can't remember when it started, but now it is completed. And you can walk on it, ride your bikes on it. It's very nice now. This bridge originally was a railroad bridge from Henry Flagler. He began construction in 1905 and completed it in 1912. The train went all the way to Key West. In 1935, a hurricane destroyed the train tracks. And in 1936, the U.S. government bought the property where the tracks were laid and made a road out of it, completing it in 1938. And here we are. And look at this. This is the remnants on the old bridge. This is the actual railroad track built back in 1919, I think it was. The original train track. When they turned it into a road, they took the train tracks up and put them on the side to make them guardrails for the original road, which is right here. This is the original road. And they repainted it, put some relief cuts in it, looks like. But this is all the original, except for the handrail, they added this. The original guardrail train rail. How cool is that, right? And I drove on this road back in the early 70s. They dismantled, I think it's 72. They dismantled it. I'll check. So that goes over to Pigeon Island. Pigeon Forge Island, I believe it is. Pigeon Island. And that's where we're heading to Bahia Honda. You can see the bridge way down there. Yeah, it's such a big difference when the sun is out. Everything is so bright. The colors are amazing. It's a different feeling when the sun is out. There you go, the Keys Life right there. This is where we go catch the lobsters, right out here. Beautiful day, look at that. Like I said, what a difference the sun makes. It's so amazing. And I'm gonna go up here and turn around and get on the other side so I can get a better shot of the old bridge. Look how beautiful it is. This is why I love this place. It's so beautiful. But look at the difference the sun makes. It's not raining, and there's the campground. Beautiful. All right, let's get in the park. All right, this is the view we always have when we first pull in to go camping. Look how beautiful it is. But I'm not going camping. I'm just a visitor today, a one-day visit. And I'll take you around the park. All right, this is called the Sand Spur camping area. So we're gonna check it out. This was wiped out during the hurricane and closed for several years. Could not camp here for several years. And they since rebuilt it. That's cool. Pretty windy today, so it's not going to be great visibility, but a lot of rocks here, a lot of things to look at and snorkel. Look how different it looks with the sun shining in the right direction. It's so pretty. Go back to one of my old videos on my Florida Keys playlist where I was camping right here on the water. My favorite. Oh yeah.
one of the best sites here. Look at it. Yep, this is probably one of the best campsites in Bahia Honda State Park camping, and there's nobody here. So probably somebody left early, and the next person can't come in yet. That's where I was just at taking the pictures. I was right there. I think it was.
Wow, what a view. Wouldn't you want to be camping here? You could just put on your booties and walk into the water and snorkel. What a great place. This is why I love coming back here, because it's so beautiful. I'll put a link in the description for the other videos from the Florida Keys that I think you might like. Now I'm moving to another area of Bahia Honda State Park. You go underneath the highway to get there. What a beautiful view here. And here's a deep basin for boats. No snorkeling allowed here. You can fish. There's some cabins you can rent, but usually there's lots of tropical fish hanging around here. All right, we'll move on to some campsites. Let's go.
And here's another one of the best campsites here at Bahia Honda. It's a tent site though, no electricity, but look at your view. Every morning, look at this view. Amazing. Yes.
Okay, now we're moving to the day visit area. This is the marina where you can dock your boats or drop off your boats at the boat ramp. And here we're going to Calusa Beach. This is the popular day visit area. Lots of beach to enjoy this beautiful, breathtaking view. And there's other beaches that I did not show you that are much, much larger. But this is one of the most popular because there is a store here where you can buy food, drinks, and such, and souvenirs.
All right, I'm done here at Bahia Honda State Park, and head back home.
All right, guys. Well, this video is really long, so I'm going to end it here, but I do have more footage to put on after the outro. If you're interested, you can stay for that. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of my road trip down south to Key West. If you enjoyed this content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And do me another favor, share this video with a friend as it'll help my channel grow. And don't forget, if you want to be notified when I upload my latest video, hit that notification bell and select all, and you'll get a notification when the next video drops. Thank you so much for watching RV Weekends, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, I took a picture of my odometer so we could track the miles. I hit 17,000 miles on my scooter. How wonderful. And here's the total mileage. And after you do the math, it's 880 miles round trip all the way to Key West, back and forth through the Keys a couple of times, or at least one time. So it was a long, wonderful trip, and I'm so glad I did it. And maybe I'll do something like this again.
Well, here's another campground, and to explain why I don't go to these campgrounds is they're so expensive. They're resorts, and I don't really need a resort. They're super expensive. I would have guessed they're about 120 bucks a night. I'm not sure, but you got to bring your camper, of course. Versus the state park is about 40 bucks a night when you bring your camper. So that's why it's so popular to get to the state parks, because the price is so cheap, and you don't want all those amenities. So that's I just thought I'd show you this campground. It's really close to here, Hyundai, like literally a couple miles. Here's across the street, and they have their own water area. You know, the beach and everything. It's all there. Nice place. Maybe one day I'll camp there for fun. Look how beautiful it is. There's the 7 Mile Bridge. That's the high point. 7 Mile Bridge. Way over there. And we're about to go on it.